Here we see a description of what Ragnar Lodbrok carried into his final battle. He was armored with chainmail and a helmet, and carried a spear into the battle. Very different from the leather gimp uniform Travis Fimmel wore in the TV show Vikings. Vikings also portrays him mostly with an axe. But Ragnar in the sources carried a spear. So much for historical accuracy.
Everything in the show begins with research.
Right.
Begins with real history.
I prefer Marcus writing than the history books.
What a joker!
We're taking a look at Vikings. This is my absolute favorite historical TV show on right now. There's not a single bad episode that drags or feels like it doesn't have anything interesting to say. The characters feel real and authentic to the time period. And we get to see much of the Viking world in all its glory. From their political structure, their religion and its human sacrifices, to their methods.
I think it's important not to underestimate strong women.
Women in Vikings are modern women.
Lagertha is very much a modern woman.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when characters in historical media have modern morals and your characters absolutely don't, and I find that so refreshing. It's like they seem to totally forget that this is a historical drama, not the newest fantasy show like Game of Thrones.
Tovi.
So I'm interested in authenticity, but I'm also interested in truth.
I prefer Marcus writing than history books.
You know, you can see Rollo on the left there, wearing some sort of weird black leather pants. You know, I'm not sure if that's a biker outfit or what the hell that is, but, you know, that's how Rollo is portrayed. And you can see an outfit based on archaeology where there are leather shoes that are more brown in color because black was outrageously rare. I don't even think black existed. Some sheep were black, but that was really more of a light bluey black at the time, and it didn't stay black for long. It was more navy bluish. But the Norse peoples had all sorts of dyes, and they loved very colorful clothing. They wore linens in the summer and wool in the winter, and they dyed these red, yellow, blue, green, purple. They wore very bright colored clothing, not this brownish, black, leathery, Lord of the Rings, Sons of Anarchy looking clothing.
But we still don't know what Vikings actually looked like. So we've invented a look based on her research in Scandinavia, based on the few images that and descriptions we have.
I'm not doing this to talk bad about the TV show. The reason I'm talking about this is because the general public, now millions of people, have been watching this show, and they think that that makes them a Viking history expert all of a sudden, and they think that that's how the Viking Age actually was, so people need to come out and speak about the real historical things so people don't get the wrong information.
So is that fun? Are you guys interested in
learning all of that, or are you just kind of like, it's a great gig, let's go play? Let's get some swords and fight each other.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
Especially getting to know, like, this being my history, getting to know the Vikings better.
It's a kind of culture long forgotten as well. I think that people have got this preconception of what they think the Vikings are. And it's about time, I think, that we've been able to kind of put it onto screen and kind of give them justice as a culture. It's a kind of culture long forgotten as well. I think that people have got this preconception of what they think of Vikings.
If, I'd quoted the speech, Ragnar's actual speech, which is, I wrote that down initially in the script. And if Travis had said, and didn't care, and had said, I'll do that, you would have got the speech, but you wouldn't have got the emotion. You would have got the speech, but you wouldn't have got the emotion.
You know, you can see Rollo on the left there, wearing some sort of
leather gimp uniform,
weird black leather pants. I'm not sure if that's a biker outfit or what the hell that is.
Egbert is Pontius Pilate. He has to crucify this slightly Christ-like figure. I've got a historical consultant who feeds me lots of information, and which is very important, and the reality is very important to me, and the research, and it's very important.
It's truly spectacular. Like Michael fights for our project, and it's not Game of Thrones. It's not that at all. It's a historical piece. But it's not that at all. It's a historical piece. and he's telling a story about a family, and he fights for that, and he grows the project, and I have so much respect for Michael. Just we're not afraid to take risks, and you fight for that, Michael. And there isn't 20 writers. There's just Michael. So and he's so generous that he includes us in the process in terms of...
What do you pay him for this?
I know, seriously.
he keeps getting back to
Michael. Saying goodbye to King Ragnar was momentous for
huge, yes.
For fans. I'm assuming for yourself as well, saying goodbye to your anti-hero?
It was, well, not really my anti-hero. I mean, my hero.
Your hero.
Ragnar was going to die in a snake pit because that was the historical record. And as far as possible in this show, we are as authentic as we can be and as close to the historical record.
And the moment that you're talking about is a moment of whether or not to continue pulling him up the other side or to leave him there to die.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where Bjorn has to control his own emotion and go, no, it's smarter to bring him back up, even though, because he's a Duke of Normandy. It's, they control a part of the sea that's imperative for them, because that's as far as their known world really goes. That's as far as their known world really goes.
No one knows Ragnar better than Rollo, and I think he second guesses him at every opportunity. He's outplanned him, he's outmaneuvered him, he's outfought him, and this is the beginning of the Rollo that we know from history.